What is going on, guys? Rannerz here. Today we're back. FIFA 21. Well, it's web app. Okay, we're not quite in the game yet, but actually, it's going to be live. Early access is going to be nearly out. We're going to be streaming early access from 4 p.m. for like 10 hours straight on twitch.tv/Rannerz. So make sure you look out for that. But for now, I'm going to show you a little bit of my web app as it is out already. And then I'm going to go through about 7 or 8 starter teams that you guys sent in, and we're gonna go through them. We're gonna talk about them, maybe how to improve them, which ones are good, which ones are bad, and yeah, other than that, let's get into the video. As for my web app, basically my account right now, I packed like Pizzy and like these random cards, and then I got Cyprian and Martinez, but I decided to sell the rest and just get 4 towels. Now, bought them all for, as you can see, 3.4k each, 3.5k. This on PlayStation. And he's by far the best right back in Ligue 1 at the moment, and a lot of star squads are based on Ligue 1. So my idea is he's gonna go for the price. Whether that happens or not, we'll see. We're yet to see. But anyways, let's get into these starter squads. So the first one, pretty nice. It is. And like, the problem is, I think it might be a little too expensive. Mainly this Hernandez and Paulinho. Like that Paulinho card is just so good. I know he's in a bad league, but he still is Brazilian. I just feel like that could be a little bit too expensive. He'll have a bit of value as well. The goalkeeper, I'd probably downgrade him to somebody lower than 85. This centre back looks like an absolute beast, by the way. Everybody's like looking for that guy. 84 pace, what a joke. So I assume he's going to be kind of expensive, but he is only 80 rated. And one thing to keep in mind is I'm kind of aiming these teams for after division rivals placement. So if you don't know what's happening this year, is based on how you do in your placement games, you get a coin bonus for what division you get in. So if you, I think, win 3 games, lose 2, you get something like a 50k bonus. If you win all 5, I think you get something like 124k. So to have that after 5 games played, you're going to be able to buy decent teams. Like, this would be super achievable. Even better than this if you got, like, the 100k. But, like, obviously not a lot of people are going to be able to get that. So maybe you could get, like, one of the cheaper squads and then upgrade to maybe one of these better style squads after. So, Chan looks incredible this year, especially physically. And then his attack is pretty good. So, this is something you can actually play 4-3-1 in-game because the wingers or the cams in 4-3-1 always do act like wide players. So, you need them to be fast, and Herrera and Eder are. Kambu, the boy up top, and then Talisca Cam. Like, this is a really solid team. Right back, unfortunately, Mune is kind of slow, but I'm not sure, is that an alternative? I haven't really looked at Bundesliga right backs, but maybe if you could. Of course, they would need to be German to give Kim. Next team here is pretty decent. My problem with this one is Llorente is going to be pricey. He's been hyped by everybody. He's going to be a little pricey. However, other than that, team's looking really good. Promise might have a little bit of value as well. But like, everybody else is very achievable. Where I used him last year actually in my Road to Glory. If you guys watched that, what a player. Absolute beast. So this team is very good. Pace. Only is a bit of pace, bit of dribbling, and then solid CDMs, which you got. So, if you didn't know, you would switch to a 4-3-1 in-game with this. But these two guys, CDMs. And then Promise, probably Cam. Probably another striker left and right. But he has 5-star skills. And then the defense is just solid enough. Next team. It's my boy Ricky's team, right? And I think he's trolling with this one. But then he might also not be trolling. So this is the sort of team you could do for your placement games, right? Surely there's got to be a better right back than Zeno, but maybe there isn't. But like, this team is very cheap, very cheap. Fred will set you back maybe a little bit of coins. Bernardo should be cheap even though he is Prem. Lukaku should be cheap. This Perisic, because he's under 80 pace now, should be cheap. Bentancur is really cheap at the moment. I actually backed him and he's not going for like anything. And then he should be cheap as well. So this is like a team, maybe slightly adjusted, that you could use for your placement games before you get that coin boost to then get one of the better teams. So this is what somebody wants by the end of the first week. Very achievable as well. The problem is this Dembele card, man. He's just terrible. Honestly, he's not fast enough. He's 3-star. I just don't want him in my team. And then, like on the other squads, these cams, once again, play like wingers. And if you're going to have 73 pace and 78 pace essentially on the wing, I know it says cam, but trust me, it's just not going to be good enough. And then he's 3-star as well. And these CDMs are just not defensively strong enough. And this team just isn't it, in my opinion. I'm sorry to whoever said that. Then you got this team. So this team, my boy Ravage is carrying this team because he's a beast. And the defense is solid. CDMs are not too bad, but Mkhitaryan and Perisic just out wide are just too slow. I assume you would move Ribery to like cam in game, and he'd be pretty solid at cam. You know, he's still got good dribbling, passing, and he is 5-star. But Perisic and Mkhitaryan out wide, they're just too slow, unfortunately. Unless you really played a slow-paced game, that's the only way you're getting away with that, to be honest. So then this team is one of my favorites, but you gotta change the striker. There's some striker with 84 pace, get him instead. But then this is like a sort of team I'd be looking at after placement games. It's solid all around. It really doesn't have weakness. Maybe this Andre guy isn't that good. Maybe there's a better alternative. In fact, if you're playing a wide formation like I probably will be, you'd actually have an attacker here instead of him, and you'd have Cyprian and Rannerz Sanchez as your CDMs. Beanie on the right, maybe Bamba on the left, and then the other striker here. The reason I think this guy put this in was because he has a 5-star Fifa with his solid, but he's just too slow and with bad dribbling, unfortunately. The next team up, it's pretty similar actually to this team, using this striker again, but Draxler is too slow to be out wide. Ronaldo Sanchez is not a cam. And this guy's terrible. So you'd probably put Ronaldo like there, Draxler central, and get somebody a bit faster here. But then the defense once again is solid. Now this Diego Carlos card genuinely is going to be so expensive, so you wouldn't be using him. You use somebody else. And that, pretty nice. And it's got my boy Tal, which I'm trying to keep buying and hope his price goes up. Then this team, I like. It's kind of unique, right? But Nani is just so slow, man. So slow. You could maybe play him cam and get away with 72 pace, but he really is just so slow. Bella then can't play on the wing with that pace. And like it's fairly average. But once again, it's got that solid kind of defense. I feel like this could be like a staple back four and the goalkeeper. I think a lot of people are going to use that this year. But overall, this team, not feeling it. Maybe for like the placement games, you could potentially do it. Maybe. Then you got this team, which once again quite similar, but you've got a cheaper defense here, and this whole team is really cheap, and you could use for your placement games. Now, obviously, like I've said, in a lot of these teams, wingers are a little slow, so there is like you could get away with this in placement games. Use him striker then, like Ribery can. These are your CDMs, but I would definitely not use it after placement games. You definitely do better. And the last squad, like this one. This one is kind of a vibe. So this one kind of solves the issues I've had in all the other ones, right? So it's the right price, but it's got the right players. So here, boom, pace on the wing. That's all you need. Pace dribbling on the wing. That's what you want, right? And 5-star skills, if you don't mind. Ravage, 4-star, fast, strong. Gonna score your goals. Tonali and Kessie and all beast. The problem with this is one of them have to play cam, so you'd probably redo the team, put a cam for one of those, unless you actually played 4-3-3. So for me, I'd have to change it, but if you're playing 4-3-3, that's perfect center mids. And defense is solid as well. So I really like this team, ultimately. I would definitely try and get a different player in somewhere to get a cam here for one of these center mids. And that, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I should be uploading another video tomorrow. I'm going to do either a draft or just a pack opening or something along those lines, and then we're going to be working on the shorts and custom package videos, of course, as always.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.